What's up? Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel. We try to help kids fall in love with reading here by talking about awesome books. Today we're going to be talking about 10 of the picture books that I read my 5th graders during the month of January. Let me know down in the comments what books you read your students during the month of January, because I've read my kids over 100 books, so I could use all the recommendations that you have for me to help me just continue to find awesome books to read them. Do you like my sweatshirt? Freedom. You guys see with like Read, Literacy for All, Freedom USA sent me this, so thanks Freedom. First book we're talking about is American Desi, and this book is so beautiful. Let me just show you a little bit of the art, because it's just so beautiful. The story of a child who is Indian, who is American. She's trying to figure out where she fits, what makes her who she is. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. The illustrations are dynamic and dynamite and dandy. That doesn't really work as a third D, but they're beautiful. Absolutely amazing book. My kids loved it and I loved it. So if you haven't read this one, I'm not sure when this one comes out. It's not out yet. You can see I just have like the fold and gather, but it is a 2022 picture book that you're going to want to keep your eye out for, because it's awesome. Number two, I have 3 books here for number 2. Sad news in the month of January is that just amazing creator, Caldecott honor-winning author, illustrator Steve Jenkins passed away. So we read 3 of his books that day. We watched a video of him in his studio, and my kids love his books. We had some other ones in the classroom library that we were just reading the other day too. I saw some kids reading some of his infographic books, but I don't know about you, but it just felt like a good time to pull out some Steve Jenkins books. And it made me think I need to buy like all of his books. And like this is over here is where my nonfiction books are, and books organized by author and series. I could use a Steve Jenkins basket because they loved his books so much. Steve Jenkins. Next up, obviously, you got to read some picture books to celebrate and honor the amazing Dr. Martin Luther King. And we read this one, which had which is some of the words from his "I Have a Dream" speech, with paintings by Kadir Nelson. You've probably seen this one, but it's just, seriously, I don't know what else I need to say about that, but thankful that we have beautiful books to help kids learn about amazing human beings. Next up, A Stone Sat Still. I love Brendan's work. We read Inside Cat for our Mott Caldecott unit, and I wanted to read them some of his other books, so we read A Stone Sat Still. It's just such an interesting concept, right? Like, what is a stone, and just how is it used and seen by different creatures and different things at different times of the year. Just an absolute gem. A gem. Have you read this one? You probably read They All Saw a Cat, but have you read A Stone Sat Still? Let me know your favorite Brendan Wenzel book down in the comments. Inside Cat is pretty popular with my kids. All right, and since we are doing the Mott Caldecott unit in our class, we've been reading a bunch of books that have been honored by the Caldecott committee, and we read Sleep Like a Tiger, it's just gorgeous. There's just so much to look at, and the kids loved it. Just look. Seriously. Isn't that breathtaking? Sleep like a cat, sleep like a tiger, sleep like a cat. Cats are on my mind from Brendan's books. But this is one of those books that too, when it won the Caldecott honor, I had not read it. So I instantly went out and purchased it and got one with a shiny sticker and fell in love with this book, and then read like everything that I've seen since then from Pamela, because her art is gorgeous. All right, and we read Classified. I think this won the American Indian Award from the American Library Association. We actually read it before it won the award, because that's just how awesome we are here in class. But it is The Secret Career of Mary Golda Ross, Cherokee aerospace engineer. And my kids aren't reading a lot of biographies. I surveyed them today, end of January, almost 100 days into the year, and I think that like 9 out of 25 have read any biographies, picture book or the Who Was books. So trying to read more during our end of the day read aloud time and book talk more, so hopefully they will find something they like. We read this book, which recently won a Caldecott honor, Wonder Walker, and we've been working on just our wonders, having some wonder time in our day. Mrs. Woolworth, my literacy coach, came in and she read us a book, a wondering book, and we have like a wonder wall over here, and we're just trying to get them more curious and thinking, and just trying to want to find things out. And discover the world. And what a beautiful book this is for that. Holy smokes. Wonder Walker. All the stars. Next up, Thankful. This was one of the books that I missed in 2021. I think it was a late in the year book, but it's so stinking awesome. And like just the picture books that we have in this world, like the art. I mean, seriously, isn't that beautiful? But I don't want to ruin anything about this story, but read this book. We created a whole Thankful board on Padlet after we read this, and sometimes kids will still go back and add to it, and it just makes my heart so happy. So Thankful, add it to your list. It's really, really, really good. Vamos, let's go to the market. Raul III, we just love his work. We had some kids reading Jason Reynolds and Raoul's Stunt Boy. And we read, he illustrated Stroller Coaster, and they really liked that. That was on our Mott Caldecott, so I thought I would introduce them to this one, which of course was a hit. And finally, I think one of the most anticipated 2022 picture books. This one's out now. Rafael Lopez does the art. Jacqueline Woodson writes a story. The Year We Learned to Fly. Read this book to kids because it's awesome. And when you do, make sure that you read this here at the end, written by Jackie Woodson. And she kind of talks about the seeds of this story and kind of where it came from. So those are 10. I did it in less than 7 minutes. These are 10 of the picture books. I guess 12 if you count the extra Steve Jenkins books. I didn't even, maybe it's 10 or 12. I guess I don't know. But these are some of the books that we read, not all, but some of the books that we read during the month of January. Thanks for tuning in. I'll try to have another one of these in February. Let me know again down in the comments the picture books you read, your readers, during the month of January. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have an awesome, fantastic day.